can be aware of it. The few things that eCooperative is doing is something I want to quickly enlighten you about as we prepare, as we engage. One of the things that shows you that an organization listens, an organization is, evolving and trying to make sure that it benefits more of the people, the members of the community, of the organization, of the cooperative, is when they keep adding new things so that it can benefit you. So there are many, you are as free as the options that you have. In this life, you are as free as the options that you have. If you have options, you are free. And that is very powerful. So eCooperative has introduced options for us. That you come into the system, you don't feel comfortable doing MLM, which I think you should be. You want to just sell. There is now a way to go about it. Okay? I think somebody's sound is getting into this. There's people who have the people who come to the system, join your network, and what they do basically is they just block your network. They just block your network and it prevents you from growing. So the eCooperative has created new strategies and new ideas, brought in new ideas that can help us get better. But let's get to know ourselves. Why are we not so many today? Wherever you are, put your name in the comment section. Also, make efforts to put your location so that we can hail you quickly. Just quickly put your name in the comment section and also make effort to put your location so that we can hail you. Can you just do that now? Put your name and your location so that we can hail you. I'm waiting for you guys. Put your name and your session so that we can hail you. So how many persons have done it? Okay, Uyo Ubong Akpan from Uyo. It's good to see you. Charles from Port Harcourt. Angela Odumosu, all the way from Ogun State. Okay, so let me quickly show you the latest developments that we have on the system. Quickly, I'll take you to the screen and show you where we are at the moment. So this is, of course, there are many ways you can come into the ecooperative.shop. The first way is to go into, as a member of the cooperative, you already have that icon that is clickable on your dashboard. So you click on it, you take you to this interface. You see everything. You can post ads, you can, vehicles, you can post vehicles, you can post courses, you can post property, health products, you can post fashion, you can post services, you can post phones, and post electronics. I noticed that we don't have anyone that's posted anything around phones or anyone that's posted anything around electronics. But I noticed that we have a lot of people that have posted things on health, fashion, and I see vehicles now and property, interestingly. So if you click on post adverts, obviously it will help you start the journey. And I noticed that some of you have started using this platform. So somebody has posted stuff here. I had to, that moment of silence, that brief silence I wanted to access somebody's account and do that before I come and show you the new development. So this is somebody's details here. Okay, look at this beautiful car. Let me just say a few things. Let's pick this one. This 2003, 2004 Model I. Now you have the opportunity to place more things about the car. Okay, like this person has done. Okay, and he's put here the model Highlander with sound engine, AC, gear, no faults. You have space to write as many things as possible in the description part. Okay, so that anybody doesn't see these and give us more details about the car so that we can see more. And then if you want to make an offer, if you click here on make an offer, here's what appears. You see the username of the person who has posted this thing is Great Chris. It says that the 2003 to 2004 model Highlander. And now, that thing I said in the WhatsApp group, I mentioned it in the WhatsApp group a few hours ago. I said that to get eCooperative responsible for your transaction, use the escrow account, call that number to give you an account for which to make payments for goods. What that simply means is that this vehicle is 1.9 million naira. You may not know who Great Chris is, and you may be scared. Maybe you are in a distance. You most likely maybe have gone to check the vehicle or you're sensible the vehicle, but you're not good to make payments, and you still feel, let me go through the eCooperative platform, which is possible. You can actually pay directly to them. That's no problem. But you've finally agreed. You can use the escrow account, make the payment, the 1.9 million payment to, once you reach out to the phone number there, they'll give you an account details, make the payments there. And once you're done, all right, and you've gotten the car, you're satisfied, the money is credited to the person to Great Chris, in this case, who sold the car for you. And this part where you have, you can write as many things, you can write your opinions or thoughts and send to Great Chris. You can click on send, and once you do that, it will get to him as a message. So that means that there's a chat messenger between sellers and buyers. Anyone who is a buyer can send a message, but cannot sell. If you want to call him directly, you click on that, and his details appears. +23470 35403206. That's his details. And then you also see the tips we're mentioning again, where you can involve eCooperative to protect you. It says, do your due diligence before doing any transaction with anyone. eCooperative will not be held responsible or accountable for transaction gone bad. To get the cooperative responsible for your transactions, use the escrow account. Call this number to get you an account for which to make payments for goods. When a buyer uses the escrow account, sellers will only be paid if the buyer has gotten products delivered. If product isn't delivered in 48 hours, money will be returned to the buyer. So in this case, what that simply means is that once what if the car is stolen? How do you know about it? That's what eCooperative, the escrow account does for you. Make sure that there's some level of credibility. Once you're sure that everything is good, money is transferred to the person. Right? So if the product isn't delivered, if, for example, it doesn't deliver the product to you in 48 hours, money will be returned back to you, as in this case, the vehicle. Okay? So an admin fee will be charged for the products. So if the product is between 20,000 to 100,000, the price, the admin fee that we paid, it's not the buyer now, the seller that we debited from the money the seller has put out, there will be 1,000 naira if you're using the escrow account. If the money is between 100,000 naira to 500,000 naira, 2,000 naira will be taken out. If the product is between 500,000 and above, like in this case, 5,000 will be picked up, and it only applies to Nigerians because that's how we can monitor it. Now, if you look down, you see that Great Chris has been putting out other vehicles. He has a 2008 model ES350, and he lives in River State. All right. He also has the vehicles in River State, and the vehicle is also in 1.9 million for the one I just posted. So you see, that's how his details are. And if, for example, you can actually share for Chris. Great Chris can share his own products. You that is a buyer that wants to maybe show somebody that's interested in this kind of products, you can share it. What you simply do is click on share, and then the options will appear. Whether you want to share to Facebook, to WhatsApp, to LinkedIn, to Telegram, to Reddit, to Pockets, to Twitter, to email, to Pinterest, to Messenger, to Gmail, and so on. So that's pretty much what we're talking about. So number for you, if you look at this very well, you'll notice that you have home page, you have sell, you have messages, you have notification, and then I'm talking about the base now. You have the home page, which is this one. You have upload anything. You can either click on sell or post ads or click on upload here. You see that a message icon at the base of this my phone. You see notification. I have 4 notifications, and then you also see this person's details. So I click on that part, you will see that what will appear shortly. Now, what appears is this. This is what we're discussing earlier today. So this person's details, Father White, she is into fashion. She sells unique kinds of shoes, and she's using eCooperative to promote them. So you see the kind of products she has put. She has put out a lot of products. Close to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no limit to the products you can showcase. Now this is like a store, all right? She can click on the edit button and edit the price. If you click on the edit button, she can cancel, like delete the product from the system. She can view it at a bigger scale. She can view that eye view. Now, if you look up here, you will see something very interesting. You will see ecooperative.shop/store/fatherwhite. If she clicks on that, you see the red thing appearing. She can copy that and share to her Facebook or WhatsApp, and people, when they come into that place, when they click on the link, all they will see is just this. Everything she has posted, they will not see the general cooperative. They'll only see what the product she has put in. So what that means is that you can put in as much product as possible. Then you also go down, you also notice that there's another link. We have ecooperative.shop/registration/fatherwhite. That one that is clicking right now is for if the people in a pool like what she's doing, maybe they see her products on the ecooperative.shop, they also want to sell, but they don't want to join. the network. Because you know you have a networking referral link, and it's also good. Why this is good because, and it's a good development for e-commerce because there are people that will come into your system and they have access to the e-commerce, but they're only selling, they're not building a team, and you can have issues with them. So what happens now is, with this in place, I can give this link to people who are just interested in selling, in promoting their products, okay? And that is good enough. They can promote their products, just share. If you click copy, click, get your registration thing. But in this case, now when you're registering, anybody that clicks on this link of Father White to register for the e-commerce, what happens now is that the money is not 2,000 naira that the person is paying, because also 2,000 naira to sell on this platform. It's not going to Father White fully, like in the networking part. The 2,000 naira will be directed to a corporate account. Okay, a corporate account. That money goes straight there. But the system recognizes that Father White is a referral link. You see where you have 0 naira here? Okay, let me just show it so you can see it. Where you have 0 naira here, where you have 0 naira. Okay, what happens is that after you have 0 naira, once transaction has been done and the new account that has been activated, that place will move from 0 naira to 1,000 naira. So every new registration that occurs, you get 1,000 naira. Okay, and then at a certain point, you can actually withdraw the money. Once it gets to 10,000, says that make a token of 1,000 naira for each new registered user through your referral link. Withdrawal threshold is 10,000, and once it hits 10,000, you can ask for withdrawal and it will be given to you, which will be received in less than an hour. So those are that's basically the new development, and I tell you, it's very exciting. You can do a whole lot with this platform. So most of you have said doing stuff. Notice that people are putting stuff, putting their buildings, putting their drugs, their trainings on the platform, and this is what is exciting about the opportunity. I'm going to take some questions. I want it to be interactive because that's the latest development on the ecooperative.shop. And you know, every time when they launch the savings part, the same way we're going to come and talk about the savings here. When they launch the investment part, if they do, we'll also talk about it. When it's launch the donation links part, we'll talk about it. We also discussed the last time BitNup app. We discussed BitNup app is also in the system. We'll discuss the MLM part. Let me show you how the MLM part looks like for those of you who have never ever seen how the MLM interface looks like. I'll do that shortly. Just give me a minute. We have our resource persons stuck in traffic or stuck somewhere. He's going to join us very, very shortly. So let me just show you a few things about this beautiful platform. Beautiful platform here to stay. Okay. So once you're a member, like I said, one of the benefits of being a member of eCooperative is that you have access to doing a whole lot, using the platform to do a whole lot. So I'm going to take you straight into, let me take you straight again into my screen again, and then we can see what I just opened up something. Okay, so this is the important part. Okay, upgrade payments. The payment part you see there is for when you receive any transaction. If somebody sends you money, that's what you're going to see. You want to see the people in your team. You click on metrics, and metrics. Just click on metrics, and you see everybody in your level 1 who's supposed to give you what. Who's supposed to give you what? Who's supposed to give you what? You see your level 2, you see your level 3 people, you see your level 4, and you're not the one bringing it in. All you do is bring your first 4. That's for those that are in the network marketing business, network marketing part. You join for each level. You get okay. You get access to all this products. You click on those things, you take it to videos, audio materials, and you also have the compensation plan, how to use Bitnap wallet, and so on and so forth. Then you click on Bitnap, it will take you straight to where you can set always to open or just once. That takes you to Google Play Store where you can download it. Like I said, if you click on ecooperative.shop, I mentioned it, if you click on that, it will take you to the store. So as a member, you already have access to this. Then the other things that are expected to be launched is the savings for the fiat currency savings, the loans, the investments, and the projects. For help and support, you have an issue, you have any issue, you want to reach out to them, click on help and support, and once it hits, it's going to tell you can create a ticket. Create a ticket. The ticket means that you have a little issue, you create a ticket, and then you can type which kind of issue, whether it's support, whether it's inquiry. You write the message there, and then you send. Okay, let's say you put thank you. Just thank you, and then you send the message. Once you do that, the stuff has gotten to, it will get to support. Okay, so you have successfully submitted a support request, and admin will be in touch with you shortly. So that is your profile contains everything about you. Okay, your email, you can change your password here. Okay, you can put your details. The only thing you cannot change here, once you have recorded it, is your banking details. Once you put your banking details, look at what it says, that your name, your account name, once filled, it can no longer be changed. The account number once filled, it can no longer change. Then this person hasn't put her Bitnap username. Bitnap username is if you download Bitnap and you have it in your system, of course you can download it there. So that is that. So that's about your profile. Okay. Your dashboard should have, your dashboard should have your link. I talked about the referral link, the multi-level marketing referral link. Let's see if it will appear. Network is slow here today. Okay, so you go down here and see the referral link. If you click on copy, okay, you can use this referral link to invite people to your community. So that is how that works. Let me make some comments from what we so far. So whether we have any question around the cooperative at the shop? Any question, please? Please, you can interact. You can unmute yourself and talk to us. Ask us questions, challenges. Let's get to know here. I'm waiting.
Yeah, hello, Dr. Essian, evening.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Please, I don't know. Larry. Can you help throw more light on? You're welcome. Thank you. Can you help throw more light on the procedure for partaking or being part of the eCooperative? Because network was not very favorable here, so I didn't really get you clearly when we were discussing that. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good one. eCooperative again has many sides to it. It's just a fantastic platform. Very simple platform, very easy platform. You can do, anyone can do it. You don't need to be Beauty Dollar. You want to ask a question before? Okay, let me take Beauty Dollar. Beauty Dollar, go ahead. Ask a question before I show the plan. Good evening. Yes.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I was having a network challenge, so I couldn't join on time. So I want to know how to do a upload of items and what is it again? How to activate our web knob or something like that. So I don't know how to activate because me, I've downloaded it, but it's not working. Whenever I put the password, it will be telling me incorrect.
That's BitNob.
So I don't know what.
Yes. Is it BitNob?
Yes.
Okay. You downloaded. What password did you use?
My password different. I don't know whether it's different from the eCooperative password or something.
Yes, you have to create a new account. You need to create an account with BitNob. You have to register with BitNob. Okay.
I've done that, but when I want to register on the BitNob, I couldn't register. Whenever they say is on the password is unknown, and I will
so what I'm going to do,
forgot password, still the same thing.
Okay, that's a good challenge. Just reach out to me after this class, and I'll take you on it personally. I'll take you on it personally so that you don't, so that we look at how it goes from there. Let me just quickly run through
Thank you.
what most of us already know. Okay, welcome. Most of you already know some things, but for those of you who just joined, let me quickly run through this. This is key. eCooperative does a lot. There is e-commerce in eCooperative. There is fundraising in eCooperative. There's crowdfunding. I'm going to teach the networking part of eCooperative. Now, this part is optional. Okay, this part is optional, but it is the fastest way to raise funds. It's the fastest way. If you know what you're doing, if you're smart, you know how to build a team, you can raise here. While we still wait for our resource person to join us, let me go just share this. So you need to have a sponsor and a referral link. If you don't have a sponsor as you came in for this meeting, what that simply means is that you can go on the website and click register, and you're given a referral link, you're giving a sponsor. But if you have someone, ask the person to give you the referral link. The referral link is the one for the net. If you want to do the networking business, you want to build your team and until raise funds to use, he'll send you a referral link for networking. All right. But if you just want to do the e-commerce, you just want to sell on the platform like GG, like on GG, on Konga, on Jumia, then you ask them for the ecooperative.shop link. There's a referral link for that, which you get. And then once you do that, you get started. All right. So that's what you basically need. But we're discussing right now the MLM part. And for you to be involved, for you, what you need is a phone number, your email address, and a bank account. And then the plan is to work with 4 people. The system works with the 4x4 force matrix. And that's how this business literally operates. Once you join the system, once you have paid the 2,000 to your sponsor in the networking part, all that 2,000 goes to your sponsor, and he'll be mandated to activate you. If he activates you as a member of the cooperative, you're going to get a welcome package, a digital marketing training on your dashboard, and then you will now have access to savings. You see, access to savings, the e-commerce platform, and you also have access to the investment platform. So this is how it works. You're going to support 4 people above you. You're going to contribute to their business. It's a contribution business. You're going to support them with certain amounts of money to aid them as they make progress in their business. 4 people above you, your direct upline, her own upline, and on down to 4 generations. So we have 4 generations up and 4 generations down. So let's call these 4 people that we have here names, starting from the base. From the base, you have Jane. The next person above Jane is Joe. The next person above Joe is Kate. And the next person is Mike. All right. Or Philip. Let's call him Philip. So that's you there with your black dress and a smiling teeth. You decide to join the cooperative to build a team, and then you registered under Jane. Okay? Jane activates you to level 1 because you contributed 2,000 and you saw her details on the account, but on her details, you sent 2,000 to her, and you're good to go. And then you want to continue to be doing the business because you have access to selling, but you want to build a team. The focus is to build a team. So you invite 4 persons with your own referral link, your own network referral link. We'll send to those 4 people. They will click on it, register, see your own details, and then pay you 2,000 naira each. If you multiply 2,000 by 8%, what you're going to have at the first stage is 8,000 naira. Bear in mind that the money is paid directly into your account, and that is fantastic. But because you want to build a team and you want to earn more, you're going to click on upgrade. The 8,000 is all yours. You can choose to continue the business or stop. The way the system is designed not to allow those 4 persons to be stranded. They can continue doing the business with or without you. But if you want more, you click on upgrade. You see the upgrade icon. When you click on upgrade, you see that Joe's details will appear, and you give Joe 4,000 naira. Your 4 persons are also mandated to invite 4 people each. If they do that successfully, that means that in your second generation, you're going to have 16 people. When the 16 people want to move to level 2, just like you gave 4,000 to Joe, they will see your account details. 16 of them will see your account details in the dashboard, and they'll be mandated to support your business with 4,000 naira each. You multiply 4,000 by 16, that is 64,000 naira. You click on upgrade again to move to level 3. Kate's details will appear, and you take 1,000 naira from the resources that you have and pay for her. She, by taking that money and seeing your details, will activate you for level 3. The 16 persons will bring 64 people, that's 4 each. You multiply 4 by 16, that's 64. Level 3, 3,000 naira for level 3. You will also, 64 persons will equally give you 8,000 naira, amounting to 512,000 naira. Please, if the sound is coming into the system, it's nice for you to mute your sound. Please. 512, so 12%, 512,000 naira. All right. So, but there's a last stage. The last stage is that you click on upgrade for the 4th one. Mike details will appear, and then you take 16,000 and give to Mike. These 4 persons are going to bring 4 each, amounting to 256%. When they want to move to level 4, just like you gave Mike 16,000, they will see your details, and each of them will give you 16,000 each, amounting to 4,096,000 naira. So your total balance is that you have made 4,680,000 naira. 8,000 naira from 4%, 64,000 naira from 16%, 512,000 naira from 64%, 4,096,000 naira from 256 people, amounting to 4,680,000 naira. Your upgrade cost 2,000 naira to Jane, 4,000 naira to Joe, 8,000 naira to Kate, 16,000 naira to Philip, totaling 30,000 naira. If you total it, if you subtract 30,000 from 4,680,000, you're going to have 4,650,000 naira. You only began with 2,000. So that's the simple plan. So it's 2,000 naira and a company of 4, you can actually earn 4.6 million naira. The thing is, you have to support your first generation upline with 2,000 to receive 8,000. Support the next upline with 4,000 to receive 64,000. The next upline with 8,000 to receive 512,000. The last upline with 16,000 to receive 4,096,000 now. So you've got to help your upline. That's how the cash flow. If you don't give your upline money, you're not going to receive money from 4, 16, 64, and 25, 66. Very powerful system. You just need to bring 4 active people that can contribute to your business and can upgrade, and you eventually will succeed. So that's the simple system. Money is paid directly to your bank account or to your Bitnop wallet. So that's how the system works. It's an interesting system, and that's how the system works. If that makes sense to you, I'm sure it makes a lot of sense to you. All right, so that's how the system works. Now, I'm going to also say a few things before we call it a day today, because I've not seen our resource person yet here. Let me just say 1 or 2 things, and we'll make progress. You see, this business is a very simple business. I'll say a few things. Number 1, yesterday, I don't know if any of you was really inspired by the thoughts that was shared by Solomon James. It was very striking, very powerful, it was very strong. In fact, it got me thinking. I sat down and I was taking taking down notes about we need to, become more intentional about our finances. We cannot be doing trial and error. And he focused yesterday on frugality. on the need for you to be very, very frugal. He focused so much on that. And I tell you, it's something that I've taught for many years, that if you really, this man said it, also Benjamin Franklin said that the way to wealth, if you truly desire one, is frugality and industry. He said first is industry and frugality. What does it mean by industry? Enterprise. You do business, you do exchange, you go into the marketplace, you put out your value, and in exchange for that value, you get money. And when you get that money, next thing you want to do is that you want to make sure that you save. You're very conscious of saving. You're putting aside money. Very, very important. Those things he said yesterday really got my attention, really got my thinking that, look, a lot of us, we don't have that culture of saving. He said to me when he came to the office the last time, it was just a few weeks ago, he said, George, that he has been saving consistently for more than 7 years. He has been saving consistently for more than 7 years in a bank account that he does not have access to, he cannot touch. He has been saving consistently for more than 7 years in an account that he cannot touch. And I'm like, whoa, saving. And that really got my attention. And he also said something about making sure that we don't lose money. And I've taught this severally here. I want to show you some things today, just to highlight a few things that he said yesterday that I feel that Adilu said something striking. He said that you should make money, you should manage money, and you should multiply money. Make money, manage money, and multiply money. Okay? He said that strikingly the other day. Okay? He also said something about passive income. Adiolu talked about passive income, the need for us to have passive income. And let me just show you a few things he said that he highlighted. Okay? He said, okay, Warren Buffett says that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Do you want to work until you die? Why don't you find creative ways to get recurring income? So what is passive income? Passive income is a recurring stream that requires little or no effort or time to maintain. Passive income is money which flows in regular intervals without the need for putting in a considerable amount of effort to create it. So he said to us 2 days ago, and I'm very grateful that he will join us again next week Tuesday. I don't want to miss it for anything. He's saying that, look, guys, you've got in your active years, you need to start creating passive income. Was it him or Solomon James that said yesterday that when you are from 20 to 35, there's a way you work. There are certain risks you take, there are certain things you do. From 35 to 50, there are certain things you do, and from 55 or from 65 downwards, another thing you do. And from 65 downwards, what you should be depending on is your passive income. It should be strong, it should be good, and it can come from several things. Passive income can come from bonds, okay? Passive income can come from stocks. Passive income can come from rental properties. Passive income can come from royalties, like musicians, like actors who produce movies, like book authors who have their books, people who have intellectual properties. That's another way. If you have a talent, a gifting, you want to convert that talent into a product. You want to convert your talent into a product, all right, so that product can be generating money for you. If you, I think it was a video that said something about a certain guy who has streams of income from YouTube. When I taught you about how to use YouTube to make money, I showed you that just having your videos on YouTube, you can make money from YouTube on a regular basis. Automate your process. All right. There's also affiliate marketing. close to what eCooperative is doing. Affiliate marketing can also give you passive income, and drop shipping. There are different ways you can make, you can get passive income. So 4 types of passive income: buy cash flowing assets. That's one. Build cash flowing. You can either buy cash flowing assets. You can build a cash flowing asset. You can share or sell a cash flowing asset. Or you can do what is called reverse passive income. So we taught this on several occasions, right? And let me see if there's something I want to show you. The thing I want to show you from yesterday's class is this: financial intelligence is your ability to make, manage, multiply, preserve, and pass on your money. That should be your goal. How do you make money? How do you manage money particularly? Because you can make a lot of money and then you lose those monies. And we've discussed this several. I don't want to go over making money, but this is what yesterday Solomon James focused on. He said it in different ways. He said it's using different conversations. Overcome Parkinson's law. What does Parkinson's law mean? Parkinson's law means that income, expenses rises to meet income. Every time you have an upgrade of your income, you have more money. Usually you realize that you want to increase your lifestyle, you want to spend more. People begin to come from every angle to take that little money from you. So it's very important that you overcome this law of Parkinson's, named after a certain man who said that every time you have more money, people want to take all that money away from you. The law, taxes, individuals, family want to take all that money from you. They want to bring it down to zero. So you want to overcome Parkinson's law. You want to maintain. And how do you do that? You do that by disciplined savings. By having, it says something, you cannot even invest if you don't save. How many of us really save? Do we save in do we save? And people, and some say savers are losers, and that's true. If you save in your fiat currency, the inflation is going to affect that currency, and of course that's why we say save in crypto. That's why we have added beaten up in eCooperative. Save in crypto if you can. Get to save, because you're keeping the value at that. As of today, Bitcoin has risen to $66,000. It is doing $2,000 daily. It's phenomenal. All right. So if you had your money saved, some people now start rushing to buy when it's almost late. When they tell people things to do, they keep dragging their feet. Who are you doing? You're doing yourself. When investment opportunities don't come all the time. In fact, it is wrong time. This is the time. Well, you can see, but people claim that it might rise to $100,000. So if that speculation is correct and you buy now, fine and good, you get it. But the truth is that it will get to a certain point where it will come down again. Of course, it will come down again. So is it the right time to buy? I don't know. There are times, of course, there are alternative coins. We call them altcoins. They're available there. Okay, that kind of, and of course, you want to buy things like that. You don't buy on your own. You get to consult people, let them help you buy. So savings is important. You can actually save. I have a savings program. Very soon, eCooperative will launch the savings plan like Piggyverse. You can save for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year. Then also the need for you to budget. Budget all your expenses. Prioritize your expenses so you don't just spend anyhow. Very careful about your spending. There are other ways to manage your resources. You have that culture of buying in bulk. You want to do anything, you think, how can I buy in bulk? And then you want to quickly not have liquidity. It's not a great thing to have money. It's not a smart thing. It's not a smart thing to have money in your. It's not a smart thing to have money just packed in your bank account. That's not a smart thing to do. You want to quickly convert all the resources you have into assets, into tangible assets, landed properties, equipment for rental, and so on. And then develop an accounting system where you record all the things you have, and as much as possible, try as much as possible to reduce your debt. Try as much as possible to reduce your debt. So those are the things we discussed, and he discussed yesterday, that I felt I should just reiterate. as we make progress today. So saving, having a culture that is vital, that enables you not to spend. Why are you buying a liability? Why are you buying? Let me show you something. Why are you buying a liability? For heaven's sake, why are you buying a liability? Why do you choose to buy things that take money away from you? Why do you choose to buy it? Let me see if I can show you a very simple. I've taught this severally, but I'm sure it will guide you. Why are you buying a liability? Why you take your money and just buy? You don't buy a liability unless you. What am I supposed to do? Okay. You don't buy a liability unless you or a luxury. That what is? You don't buy a luxury unless you are very certain that your asset base can buy you that luxury. You have to, else you're going to compound your issues. Obviously, something very important also. Very, very important to know, very important thing to know about financial intelligence, which I'm sure that when Diolu comes next week, we've said it severally that financial intelligence is the ability to increase your income. So you're joining eCooperative is just your way. You say, I want to increase my income. You're doing the network marketing part of eCooperative is just your way of saying, I want to succeed in that regard. Your decision to upload products in ecooperative.shop is because you want to increase your income. You must always be increasing your income. You never stop increasing your income. Never stop increasing your income. And then try as much as possible to reduce your expenses, to take charge of the expenses. In the same vein, financial intelligence is the ability to increase your assets and reduce your liability. The question is, what is an asset? What is a liability? For those of you who have followed Robert Kiyosaki for a while, you will know that asset is anything that you possess that can be exchanged for value. Anything, whether it is tangible or intangible, if it can be exchanged for monetary value, if it can be exchanged for relationships, it can be exchanged for anything valuable, that is an asset. So it can be tangible asset, it can be intangible asset. Anything that you can rent out, anything that can bring you cash flow, anything that can give you equity, anything that can increase in value over time, whether it is fixed or variable asset, it is an asset that brings you resources, brings you capital gain. That is asset. And you want to grow your asset base consistently. The business you started is an asset. Everything that you keep adding up into your asset portfolio is an asset. So rich people don't have few assets, they have multiple assets, multiple streams of income, multiple assets, because assets sometimes may not generate money as much as you want to sort out your bills, and so you want to keep stacking up and increasing your assets. And then you want to reduce your liabilities. What are liabilities? Liabilities is anything that you possess that takes money away from you, that has high maintenance value. Every time you keep maintaining, or you are taking care of that thing, it can be tangible, it can be intangible. A liability is your debt, an addiction, a person in your life that is taking money away from you. That person is a liability, and you want to reduce, cut out from those kind of people. So we already discussed this. Anything you possess, tangible or intangible, that brings money to you or has high maintenance value, and liability, anything you possess that takes money away from you. All right. So you want to be very careful about this. All right. So this is also very important. You want to do this to yourself. Let's say I equals income, E equals expenses, N equals net worth, A equals assets, and G equals gross worth. These are terms that you need to understand about your personal financial economy. These are terms you need to know and have a full understanding of. So when you have something like this equation, many of you don't like math, but this is good to understand. When you say I equals income, E equals expenses. When you subtract your expenses, that's your E, from your I, your income, and you have zero, what that simply means is that you are broke. You don't have money. You are broke. You're a poor person. All right? You're broke. It can be worse. If you subtract your expenses from your income and you have a negative sign, it means that you are in debt. You are a debtor. That means every time you're owing, because you're spending more than money is coming in, that means that you're a debtor. You've got to start waking up. However, when you subtract your expenses from your income and you have a positive sign, that means you are getting rich. You're not rich, you're getting rich. If the positive sign is 5 naira or 5,000, that's how wealthy you are. It's very important to remember these things. And it's very easy to get this thing done. How do you do it? If you take a piece of, recently I downloaded an app called Kippa, Kippa. That app enables me to store all of my income and also helps me document all my expenses and then always reflects my expenses, just my income and my expenses. That's all it does for me. And that way I can know whether I'm in debt in a month or whether I'm earning in that same month. So very simple. So you can take it a step further. When you subtract your expenses from your income, that is E minus I, and you have N. N is net worth. That is your net worth. That is either your net worth for the month, your net worth for the quarter, or your net worth for the year. So when you say somebody is what the net worth of a person is, the subtraction of his expenses from his income. So if you get a material, a book, and you keep all the income you have every day, every month that comes, you record it. Every month that comes, you record it. And you also record your expenses every day, because whether you like it or not, you're going to still have to spend money. And then you subtract your expenses from your income. Whatever you have at the end of the month, in total, is your net worth. What at the end of the month? And you want to deliberately do this to yourself so that you can start saying, okay, how much am I really worth at the end of the month? How much am I really worth at the end of the year? Was this year a good year? With that booklet, you can keep track of it. In the same vein, if you quantify your assets, if you do a personal stock of what are the things I have as assets, most of us have not done a personal audit of ourselves to really quantify, to say to ourselves, this and this and this is what I have as an asset. If you sit down and write down on a piece of paper what you consider assets, you'll be shocked that you don't have as much asset as you should have. And rich people are as rich as the assets they have. You keep increasing assets. So you want to think about businesses, you want to think about certifications, you want to think about talents that generate money, and the money they generate, estimated value of your talent, estimated value of your certification, estimated value of the landed property you have, of the equipment you have, of that product you have, of the products you have, of the services and how much it's valued at, of the shops, everything, of the stocks, of the bonds, of the multi-level marketing businesses, of the investments you have. You want to take down and take your time to write down everything that you have. In the same way, you want to write out your liabilities. How much debt do you have? What are the things and addictions people that you have in your life that and how much are they taking away from you? Liabilities. All right. So when you subtract it from your assets, whatever you have is your net worth. Now, if the reverse is the case, when an organization, individual goes to an organization or business and he wants to take up the business, the first thing he wants to do is he's not so particular about the net worth of the company. That may be strong. You also want to look at the total gross worth. So when you add your income plus your expenses, what you have is your gross worth, your G. The same when you add your assets plus your liability, what you have is your total gross worth. So this is very important. I hope this makes sense to you. You want to sit down today and start taking stock, doing a financial audit. You need to know, where am I today when it comes to my financial intelligence? Where can I say I am? Am I financially intelligent? Am I illiterate? I said, your bank account, your crypto wallet is a reflection of your financial intelligence. Your asset portfolio is a reflection of how intelligent you are. So if you want to listen to me carefully, you realize that you're not as intelligent as you think you are. You are rather not as intelligent. So you need to start growing your assets. Start saying to yourself, you know what? I want to grow my assets. I want to grow my portfolio. And we've said that when it comes to financial intelligence, one of the definitions of financial intelligence is that you want to increase your selling and reduce your buying. Or if you're going to buy at all, you want to buy cheap and you want to buy in bulk. You want to increase your selling and reduce your buying. And if you're going to buy at all, you want to buy at a cheap rate and buy in bulk. So when you're buying in the stock market, you want to buy cheap. You want to buy when everybody is selling, and you want to sell when everybody is buying. That is financial intelligence. And you understand that for you to make money, one of the ways to make money is to sell something. It can be your own product, it can be somebody else's product, it can be a system, it can be a system like we're selling ecooperative, it can be a system. You can sell a liability or liquidate a liability to raise capital so that you can buy an asset. You can sell off a liability so you can raise capital to buy assets. You can sell off a liability. Maybe your trinkets, your shoes that have high, or a car that has high maintenance value, so that you can have cash to buy assets. Does it make sense to you? So that is financial intelligence. Your ability to increase your selling, to always sell. If you want to be an entrepreneur, the fastest way to be an entrepreneur is to sell. The fastest way to be an entrepreneur is to sell. One of the ways to raise money, there are many ways for fundraising. Fundraising can come through donations from family and friends. I've taught that before. But it is not sustainable. All right, it has no advantages. They won't collect big interest from you. If things go south or sour, they will just let you be. So you can raise funds from, and eCooperative also creates that. There's a part called, I think it's projects. That platform, you can create a link and then, share people to support you. That's good and fair, but it's not a sustainable model. All right. Another way to raise funds is to raise funds through angel financiers, people who will give you money at their own discretion. Of course, they want to see what can you do with the money. All right, angel financiers, they are angel financiers as politicians, as organizations, as donor agencies. They are there. All right, they can give you funding for the product you want to do. All right, but of course, they want to see that you have capacity. They want to see that you have the credibility and the capacity to do that business. They want to see the details of the business. They can give you seed. They call it seed capital. They give you, and now the thing about angel financiers is that they do not want a return on that investment. They don't want ROI. They just give you. I've had the privilege of that kind of benefit where somebody listen to me pitch my business. I said, okay, that is good. So in eCooperative, that project can also help you create a plan. You can write a plan and put it out there, and some people that will look at the business can say, okay, we're interested in empowering it. All right, but that is not a sustainable model. The other way to raise funds for your project is through savings. And Solomon James talked extensively about the need for you to save and save and save. If you don't save, the seed of greatness is not in you. You save your way to raising capital. As a matter of fact, no investor, no quality investor will give you money without asking how much do you already have in your hands. Another way to raise funds for a business is to look out for venture capitalists. A venture capitalist is somebody who will give you money for your business because he has seen that your business is a great business, great idea, but will ask for equity. We want to have a stake in your business. So we call them VCs, and they are available, but they will only ask, let me hear you, let me see your business plan, let me see your business proposal. What is your competitive advantage, and so on. You want to find those things. You want to show that you have you're able to, and the challenge here is that you have to be able to communicate the value to them for them to pass away with their money for you. Another way to raise funds for your project is through board of directors and board of trustees. I've talked about that before, that by constituting a board in your business, in your organization, you're opening yourself up to funding, because one of the things they would want to do aside advice, whether it's board of trustees and board of directors, is to give you funding for you to start up that business. And if you're going to CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, to register a business, you will notice that in the Corporate Affairs Commission, if you're doing a limited liability business, then you need to, a limited liability company, then you need to have a board of directors. Now, board of directors, you would have the chairman of the board, and then you also have you, that is the CEO or the MD. Board of directors usually want equity or a stake or interest in the business. However, board of trustees are people who are prominent in NGOs, in charities, in foundations, in churches. Their goal is not necessarily to get equity. They give advice, but they are members of the board. So social enterprises, charities, foundations use the term board of trustees, and then businesses, limited liability companies use the term board of directors. So they can help you generate funding. So that's another source of funding. Another way to raise funds is through cooperative. If I get to cooperative, it's through barter. Barter simply means that you have something valuable that you can exchange in return, like it happened in the old days. You have content, you can go to a place and say, I give you content, give me money. I give you resources, I have this idea, give me money. Another way you can raise funds is through partnership. If you seek partnership with individuals who have capacity, who have financial resources, and they can exchange can occur. There's this saying I like to mention that says that when a man of money meets a man of ideas, exchange occurs. Exchange occurs when a man of money meets a man of ideas, and that is so very strong. All right. Now, the next thing is I want to say, and to another way to raise funds is through, that is very striking, is through cooperative or social coming together, group funding, group savings, and group funding. Come together, put funds, and then you start stuff. Come together, put funds, you start stuff. The last way to raise funds, to that is also very important, and that's why eCooperative is to sell. All this long talk was to get to that point. Is to sell. Is to sell. If you sell your product, you can get money. If you sell a product, you can get the money that you seek. So I want you guys to have a wonderful time. The resource person just sent me a message now telling me that he has arrived home, but of course we can't take him today. We're going to shift it to tomorrow, and then I'm sure that idea that he wanted to share, we'll make sure that he shares with us. So thank you guys for being part. I hope you got some value. Put in the comment section that, oh, this time I spent wasn't wasted. Learned one or two things. Just put in the comment section so that we can know that you got some value today, and we will see you tomorrow. Just put in the comment section what you learned or the value you got, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.